Welcome to the Foxhunt guide to the brand new DLC course Mount Olympus. This Foxhunt helps to piece together the story of the 12 Olympians inhabiting Mount Olympus and how they're connected to one another. For this hunt we are looking for these Greek urns, and as ever the hunt begins at hole number 1. The gods are fighting again, and Zeus and Hera require that you clean up their divine mess. Your task is simple. Follow the clues and images to solve their petty disputes and instill harmony among the Olympians. Start at the temple of Aphrodite, who is fuming over an issue involving one of her infamous lovers. So here we are looking for Aphrodite, the goddess of love, and we can find her down by hole number 17. And when we make our way over there, we are going beyond the statue, and there is our next urn. Aphrodite says, "Tell my lover that love and war do not mix. He should leave his battles out of my temple if he wants my support. Seek the one whose passions rage both on the battlefield and in my arms." So next up we are looking for her lover. And this is Ares, who is the god of war, and we can find him at hole number 14. When we send ourselves down there and admire his statue, just along up here, on the right-hand side, we can see our next urn. Ares says, "Aphrodite deserves better than the chaos I bring, but my mind has been preoccupied by a disagreement with my half-sister who believes cunning can best raw strength. Let her face the fury of a warrior and see her plans crumble." So we're looking for Ares' half-sister, who is Athena. And Athena is the goddess of wisdom and war. And we can find Athena over by hole number 11 with these snakes on the pillars. When we get down there, just on the far side, is our next clue. Athena says, "Ares rages because he cannot master discipline. I've no time for his tantrums. My quarrel lies with another. Remind my soggy uncle that wisdom triumphed over waves when the people of Athens chose me over him." So soggy and waves being the clue there, we are of course looking for Poseidon, who we've met in Atlantis already. And that can be found here by hole number 16. So just to the left of the trident, you may need to step over the water here. On the edge is our next clue. Poseidon says, "Tell Athena she can keep her little city. My real frustration lies with my sister, who forgets that without water her seeds would never sprout. Her fields owe their life to my gifts of the sea." So Poseidon's sister is Demeter, who is the goddess of the harvest, and she can be located over by hole number 5. There she is in all her glory. And just down here on the left is our next clue. Demeter says, "Poseidon speaks as if the earth owes its life to the sea, but he forgets that soil cradles life. But enough about him. I worry for my niece, who runs wild in the forests. She avoids Olympus altogether, and I fear she's been too reckless." So now we're looking for the niece of Demeter, who is Artemis, which is the goddess of hunting. She is located not far away by hole number 4, which is beautifully lit in the hard course. There we see matching the statue. So if we head round the left-hand side, little pat for good measure, we can see in this corner is our next clue. Artemis says, "Demeter need not worry. I thrive in the wild, free of Olympus's troubles. But speaking of troubles, my indulgent half-brother could stand to show restraint. His revelries spill into my sacred woods and disturb the creatures there." So we're looking for a half-brother, which is Dionysus, the god of wine and fruitfulness. And this is, of course, this hugely indulgent hole number 9. And our next clue is found not far from the start on the left-hand side, just by this pillar. Dionysus says, Artemis is so serious. Don't we all need a good festival from time to time? I might have overdone it in the woods, but without my revelry, where would my friend find inspiration for his marvelous works of fire and metal? So we're looking for Dionysus's friend, and that is Hephaestus, the god of fire and sculpture. And once you know who that god is, it's fairly clear that's going to be hole number 15. This huge forge. And on the left is our next clue. Hephaestus says, Dionysus's parties do sometimes get out of hand, but it seems a certain wing-footed trickster has forgotten to deliver some much-needed supplies for my forge. So this wing-footed trickster happens to be Hermes, messenger of the gods, and a name you may well know from a delivery service. We can find Hermes over here just by hole number 12. And when we get there and look to our left, we see our next clue. Hermes says, Hephaestus is so serious. I'll get his shipment there eventually. I always deliver. Like when I gave my brother my lyre, which he liked so much he became the god of music. So we're starting to see all sorts of family connections among this bunch. Don't look too much into that. Of course, the god of music and also light and healing is Apollo, who can be found up here by hole number 2. So make your way through these planets. And when you get outside the room, just on your left is our next clue. Apollo says, Hermes only gave me his lyre to make up for the cattle he stole. Father confirmed the deal, a rare instance where he wasn't the one causing the trouble. But of course, Father always has the final authority. And so we've come full circle now, back to the father, which is Zeus, the god of thunder. And if we go back to the council's area at hole number 1, just next to our first clue, we can now see at Zeus's throne, there's the lightning bolt, is our final urn. Zeus says, enough! Tell the gods their grievances are resolved by my decree. Let this be a lesson in the futility of discord, and the wisdom of obeying your king. Hera, my love, shall we enjoy this rare moment of peace? Congratulations, you have earned the putter of the gods. And so now we can reveal the Mount Olympus themed putter. We've obviously got the pillars, the clouds, Zeus's thunderbolt. Lots of references to the course, which I think is really fitting in with the surroundings. So we'll give this one a try just to make sure that it's working. Actually, maybe hole number 1 is a good one to try this on. So, hopefully you've enjoyed the Foxhunt and how it brings to life the story of the gods of Mount Olympus. Yep, that seems to be working fine. Please do like the video if you found this helpful. Drop me a comment below if you've learned anything about the gods or if you've got anything to say about this course in general. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. It's a huge help for growth. Thanks again for watching. I hope you're enjoying the new course and I look forward to seeing you out on it soon.